The 82nd Airborne Division is the contingency division for the U.S. Army. It has the mission to deploy anywhere in the world within 18 hours. The 82nd Airborne Division, as part of the 18th Airborne Corps, spearheads our nation's forces that stand ready to protect our national interests. The nation's defense strategy calls for a credible deterrence and a rapid deployment capability. This policy requires Army units that are well-equipped, well-trained, well-led, and ready for deployment at a moment's notice. The 82nd has and continues to answer that need. To deploy quickly, the 82nd uses airlift assets for both strategic and tactical employment of the 15,000-strong airborne force. The division's 6 brigade-size units, 3 infantry, division artillery, the aviation brigade, and the division support command are the major subordinate units. Each infantry brigade is composed of 3 infantry battalions. The battalion's weapons include the mortar, the light, medium, and heavy anti-tank weapons, the Mark 19 automatic grenade launcher, and heavy and light machine guns. Most soldiers carry the M16A2 rifle as their individual weapon. Infantry can accomplish its mission only with the help of other divisional units, like division artillery, using the airdroppable M119 105mm howitzer. Its 3 battalions provide accurate, timely, all-weather fire support using the light tac-fire control system. The Aviation Brigade provides armed air and ground reconnaissance, supports air assault operations, and employs an attack helicopter battalion. A variety of helicopters are used to perform these missions. The AH-64 Apache, assigned to the Attack Helicopter Battalion, is the primary anti-armor deep attack helicopter. The OH-58 Kiowa and the AH-1 Cobra are used for observation and armed reconnaissance by the division's cavalry squadron. The UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter, employed by the Air Assault Battalion, provides battlefield mobility and aerial resupply. The Assault Battalion can move over 500 infantrymen with their equipment anywhere on the battlefield to exploit success or shore up threatened areas. Division Support Command, or DISCOM, ensures the division soldiers are healthy, well supplied, and facilitates the maintenance of weapons, vehicles, and equipment. DISCOM also supervises the safe air deployment of all division assets. Healthcare critical to a soldier's needs is provided by divisional medical units. In garrison, doctors, nurses, and other trained specialists staff the 82nd's troop medical clinics and the installation hospital. In the field, these same trained specialists ensure the speedy evacuation of injured soldiers to treatment stations, where just about every type of emergency surgical, dental, and orthopedic care is provided. The Supply and Transportation Battalion provides food, parachutes, ammunition, supplies, and ground transportation. Riggers perform the critical task of packing parachutes for paratroopers, their weapons, and equipment. Being ready to deploy in 18 hours means the equipment of the division must be operational. When repair is beyond the scope of the unit, the maintenance battalion takes over. In garrison and in the field, well-trained airborne mechanics rapidly repair and return to service vehicles, weapons, and equipment. 5 other separate and specialized battalions also directly support the division. The Air Defense Artillery Battalion employs the Vulcan anti-aircraft gun and the Stinger missile to provide protection from enemy aircraft. The 3-man Vulcan crew can establish a 1,200-meter high wall of steel against enemy aircraft with its 20mm cannon firing hundreds of high explosive incendiary rounds. The Armor Battalion is one of a kind in the Army. The battalion's 17-ton M551 Sheridan tank supports the infantry, reaching the battlefield by parachute or by low-altitude parachute extraction. When airdropped along with infantry assault troops, its 152mm cannon is immediately available to provide shock and fire support. The Engineer Battalion facilitates the movement of friendly troops on the battlefield and impedes the ability of the enemy to move by constructing minefields, tank ditches, and by using demolitions. The engineers also construct fighting positions, repair and maintain combat flight landing strips, and provide obstacle breaching forces. Using recent advances in the telecommunications field, the Signal Battalion provides multiple methods of secure communications to or from anywhere in the world. The single-channel TACSAT man-pack radio normally goes in with the initial assault force. The larger multi-channel TACSAT is employed soon after. Division units use the frequency-hopping SINGAR's field radio and the mobile subscriber unit for tactical field communications. The Military Intelligence Battalion collects information throughout the battlefield, providing the commander an accurate picture of enemy operations. They do this using sensors, electronic warfare, radar, and enemy prisoner of war interrogators. The 82nd Airborne Division is the only division-size unit with a strategic forced entry capability. This means the 82nd can deploy anywhere in the world without having pre-secured airfields, ports, or beaches. It has a rapid first strike capability from the air and can sustain itself on the ground. The 82nd has and continues to develop various force packages to deal with just about any possible contingency. The light, medium, and heavy task force configurations give the commander a starting point for planning. The package is then tailored based on mission, enemy, terrain, and time available. Depending on the mission, a division-ready brigade can be deployed when required. The Ready Brigade is built around 3 infantry battalions, an artillery battalion, an engineer company, aviation, and other combined arms and supporting elements. For contingency missions requiring quicker response, the Division Ready Force, known as DRF, is deployed. A DRF consists of 3 infantry companies, an anti-tank company, a field artillery battery, and other support elements tailored to accomplish the mission. Techniques developed with the Air Force enable the division to resupply any unit in any terrain. Using the container delivery system, tons of ammunition, supplies, and equipment can be accurately delivered to within 100 meters of the desired location. Equipment too heavy or too bulky for the container delivery system can be handled by LAPES, the low-altitude parachute extraction system. Modern procedures and lighter, more mobile equipment allow the 82nd to deliver nearly every item of ground combat equipment to the battlefield by parachute.